What it do, y'all? Your boy is back on the grind one more time. Your boy is back at it again, man. And I am out here just for about an hour or so before I have to go back inside, do a quick online video. I do an online fitness video for a corporation here that hires me to do online workouts for their employees on their lunch break. So I do that every Tuesday and Wednesday. So I love it, but it also kind of breaks up my day, meaning like if I'm out here doing something in the garage, I have to set time aside for that, go back in, write the workout, do the workout, and then come back out here. So it just kind of just breaks things up. So it's nice on the days that I don't have it because I can just work straight through. So, but anyways, it is what it is. Got to get it done. But as you can see, you saw that Gbody sitting out there, you guys. So I've been leaving it in my driveway because I wanted to do the second part of the video, which should be this one right here, because I want to just show you it, at least do a quick walk around on it, and then kind of just talk to you about how I acquired it. And then I will do a more in-depth video on it, like a full legit walk around, so you guys can see what it looks like right now. And then that way, as I start to document it and do some things to it, you will see how far it's come along. Now, it is a clean foundation, you guys. The thing that it really only needs is just like a paint correction. So I don't think that I'm going to try to paint it at all, just because I really just want to drive the car, you guys. And I don't want to have to worry about something like this, where I have to, kind of only drive it on nice days and be careful, like where I go with it and things like that. Like this car right here, similar to my last Gbody, that one was repainted and had a really nice paint job on it too. So I was kind of more careful with that one. But this one, I like that it has the original paint on it. And it has some nicks and things like that on it that have been touched up. And I'm actually okay with that. That's one of the reasons too why I bought this one, because the paint was good enough where I thought that I could probably get it back to where it will look decent and just basically like, driver quality. But also the car was so clean everywhere else, you guys. A really good foundation. So that's one of the main reasons why I picked up this car as well. And it only has 60 OG original miles, and in the last 28 years, it's only had 1,000 miles put on it in the last 28 years. Crazy, y'all, crazy. So it's just been sitting in a shop, just put up and just basically well taken care of. So anyways, let me flip this camera around and show you guys this car real quick. I also have to get this 455 engine on a pallet and get it prepared to ship. So I have a lot of stuff to do. I have a lot of car things to do. And in the meantime, I'm trying to, buying this car and doing other things as well. Plus I have a new radiator coming, a collaboration, a sponsorship that a company is sending me a radiator for the Capri. So I got some things brewing. And so you guys just stick with me, man. This channel, it's going to be picking up here real soon, so you guys just stay tuned. But anyways, let me flip this camera around, show you guys what's up. If you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. My name is Mr. Griffin 23. Go back and watch some of my previous videos. I restored this 1971 Chevelle from the ground up. I got a 78 Caprice Classic out there right now that have a lot of videos on that. And then new to the channel is my 1987 Turbo Regal. I'm not sure if they technically call it a Turbo T, or it's not a T-type, but Turbo T or Limited T or whatever. But there's definitely those purists out there that have a proper name for these cars. But I'm just going to call it a Turbo Regal Limited. So you guys, man, this is kind of like the nicer, more luxury version of all the Turbo Regals. Definitely looks like a grandma's car inside. But man, once you hit that gas, it goes. So anyways, let me put this camera around and show you guys what's up. All right, you guys, so here we go right here. Got the two whips sitting out here right now. I usually keep them in the back because I have additional storage and stuff in the back, but I have them out here right now because I'm driving this one as my daily right now, because my girl's car is in the shop. And this one, obviously, I just picked up. So I left it out here because I wanted to do a part 2 video on me bringing it back home. So now, obviously, it's back home. It's sitting here all looking nice and pretty in my driveway. You guys, man, get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. So, again, I'm going to do a quick walk around on it. I'm not going to go crazy in depth on it right now because my time is limited and short. Plus, I at least just wanted to show you guys kind of what it looks like in the daylight and in my driveway, so you guys kind of know what's up. But let's start here from well, let's back up a little bit and do a little bit of quick history on it. So I've been talking to this guy for about 5 months in regards to this car. We've been talking back and forth just through Facebook Messenger. He's from Canada, lives about about 2.5 hours from me, so not terribly far, maybe 3. You could probably say 3.5 hours, I would say, I guess. And yeah, we just been talking. He is a collector of some sorts. He builds a lot of these turbo Regals, Grand Nationals, things like that, to make, you know, well over 1,000 horsepower. So crazy to think about with these turbo V6s. But actually, he's bought and sold many. He has sold 26 turbo Regals in the last 2 years. So I'm not really sure if he kind of buys and sells and trades or whatever, but you know, he doesn't keep them all. He just kind of buys them, does things for them, and to them, and then keeps some of them, flips some of them, whatever. So more recently, he had 3 race cars that had all over 1,000 horsepower. And that's crazy to think about, you guys, on a turbo V6. That just blows my mind. But he lost them all in a flood that they had up there in Canada. So I think, and parts, so I think about 300K in just cars and damage, and lost inventory that he lost on parts. So anyways, definitely a Buick guy for sure. So anyways, I've been talking to him, and then we basically just make the deal happen. So again, I'll go more in depth on this type of stuff when we do the walk around, but I just wanted to show you guys this first. So anyways, I think I'm like maybe the third owner, the third or fourth owner of this car. Let's just say the third owner. The previous owner that had it before him, he did not like this emblem, and I actually love that emblem, but he shaved it off, and he was gonna get it ready for paint. So as you guys can see, a lot of the trim. So just so you guys know, the Limiteds had different sets of trim. So they had this rocker molding trim that went along the side. They had this drip rail trim that goes here and down here, but so do the regular turbo Regals have those as well. But these are all chrome, so that you see like everywhere where on some of them where they're normally black, these are all chrome. Some of the Limiteds also had a front marker light with a chrome bezel around it. This one does not, and some of them also had, well, I think the Limiteds had the little badging right here, and then some of them had, well, I think the Limiteds also had, either it said Regal and then Limited, or Limited. I'm not quite sure. I gotta do some research on that. But he started to basically debadge it and take off a lot of the chrome trim, because he was gonna repaint it. But he actually decided not to. He lost interest in the car. Well, actually, it sat for, I think, about 20 years. Then more recently, got up the motivation to get this car back on the road again. So then this is what he started doing, taking off the trim and the badging and whatnot. And then he pretty much lost interest in it again. So that's where the previous owner that I bought it from came in, and then he bought it, and he knew it was clean, but when he got it, he didn't realize how like clean it really was. And so his plans were to like do some engine mods and things like that, and kind of make it just like a sleeper, so to speak. But when he got into it and he got it, he was like, man, I don't want to touch this car. This car is so dang clean. So he decided not to, and then he put it in his shop, and then that's where it sat for since, gosh, about 1.5 years. So like last March, or no, excuse me, yeah, March of 21. So, and then now, fast forward to now, this is where I got it. So getting the car was actually kind of interesting, because it was titled still in Minnesota, I believe. It's another interesting thing. So actually, this is not originally a Canadian car. So, you know, some of these were exported to Canada, and then you know, like the dash was like all in kilometers and things like that. But this was actually originally a US car, exported into Canada. Well, basically imported by the previous buyer into Canada, and then he had it, and now I'm basically importing it back into the US. So the interesting thing is there was 3 different names on the whole transaction, because he never registered it in Canada. So in Canada, they call their titles registrations. So so he never titled it / registered registered it in Canada because he just basically just decided not to do anything with it because it was just so clean. So he just let it sit up in the shop. He got it inspected and whatnot, because in Canada they have to do an inspection on it. He got it inspected and everything, so that's all in his name. And there was one other piece of document in his name, and obviously the title he had the stamp from the border, shows that it was imported into Canada. So everything is legit, but since he never transferred it over to his name officially, the original owner's name was still on it, and then all the other paperwork was still in the previous buyer's name that I bought it from, and then now comes me, and now I own the car. So there's 3 different basically names or slash parties sort of involved in this all, but it ended up working out. The border was great. They were able to track the car and everything, so everything was legit that the guy told me, and the border patrol actually verified all that. So anyways, you guys, I'll just do a quick walk around on it and show you the engine. So obviously a turbo V6 3.8 liter V6 car, comes with the Astro roof. I'm not exactly sure how many of those actually came with the sunroof, but I know that's more of a rare option. And man, that sunroof is really big, you guys. Take you around to the back. So as you can see, all the badging is off. As I mentioned, he was going to get it ready for paint. What else? So all the bumpers obviously are chrome. Every piece of trim on this car is chrome. What I'll probably do too, like I did my last car, is I'll probably powder coat those like an aluminum color. That actually worked out really well and made them really easy to clean, because these are a pain in the butt to clean. But yeah, overall, man, this thing is really clean. Get in the comments, let me know what you guys think. A couple of additions I'm going to add to it, and again, I'll talk a little bit more about that in my next video on this car. Some simple bolt-on upgrades and things like that I think will definitely wake it up and just make it perform and ride a lot better. So I'll take in the inside here real quick as I'm looking at the time on this video. I don't want it to be too long, because obviously I got to do some other stuff as well. So opening it up, it has pretty much every option you can think of that would come back then, except for power seats, which actually I don't mind, because I had power seats on a Grand National before and they worked, but they weren't the greatest. So but this actually manual deal here is actually really nice and efficient. It actually goes right up really easy, no issues at all. It's spring loaded, so it actually, as soon as you hit that lever, it comes up like immediately. But anyways, man, this is a I don't want to say a rare car, but it's optioned really well, and I would say maybe a little bit more rare than other Turbo Regals that you would see. So not a whole lot of them came with leather, but you know, some did. They have that half console. So what I found on limiteds, and I'm not even sure if all limiteds came with a column shift, but from what I heard, that these cars, if they did not come with a floor shift and they came with a column shift instead on these limiteds, then they decided to do a half console with a bucket seat option that was leather. So now that's what I was told. I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of relaying some information that I was told, but that was the information that I got from all this. But I had never seen anything like this until I you know, saw this car. So I thought that was really cool. That half console is really dope. And as you guys can see how high that console sits, that's pretty awesome, because on a regular, like a center console car with a floor shift, that console actually sits like down here. So you can't even use it as an armrest, but this one you can. So I thought that was pretty dope. That deal right there is like I think it's a radar detector. So a guy put a radar detector in here, supposedly is functional. So, but anyways, I mean, pretty clean overall, just dirty, you guys. I mean, you know me, I'll get this car dialed in. They all had that decorative trim on the paneling, and they all said limited, so that's pretty dope. This dash plaque actually will light up when you turn the lights on. It also has Twilight Sentinel, so on these they had automatic lights. From my understanding, that you know, they work kind of sort of like automatic lights today. I think it's not working correctly, so they have it turned off, because when I turn it on, it actually turns the lights on. No matter day or night, it doesn't matter. So I'm not really exactly sure why, but I'll dig into that more and then try to figure all that out. The heat works. I don't think the AC works. So interesting thing here, it has like a delete cassette deal there. I've never seen that before, but yeah, that's kind of random to me. I've never ever seen that on a Turbo Regal. But anyways, that is what it is. So it's there, and the stereo is not working, so I'm not sure if the antenna's not hooked up to it or what. It'll turn on, but it just won't make any music. So, but the heat works great. The blower works great. Everything is good. If you look at the top, you got the Astro roof, man. That thing is humongous. So I am a T-top guy. Like, I love T-tops. And that was the only thing that really bummed me out about this car, is it not having T-tops. So it wasn't a deal breaker, but I was like, man, I really would like T-tops. But now that I have it, and you can see how big this roof is, it dang near takes the whole width of the roof, you guys. And I'm actually really starting to like it more and more and more. And when that thing's open, it's just like a whole bunch of light that comes through. So I thought that was pretty damn dope. So obviously I got to fix the headliner, pretty common on these cars. And what else? That's pretty much it, you guys. Again, I don't want to go crazy in depth on it, but at least just wanted to show you kind of what it looked like. I did just notice that I'm doing a walk around, it has the rear trim gone, so I gotta ask him maybe if he has that. I'll pop the hood here real quick, and then I'll end this video. All right, you guys, so this is it right here. This is a turbo V6 engine, so it is intercooled. So they only came in these cars 86 and 87. This is all stock from my knowledge and understanding. All stock, nothing has been done to it, actually, which I prefer. I've had, you know, some Grand Nationals that have had some work done to them. Actually, my last Grand National had a lot of work done to it, but now that I have this one, I'm actually glad that it's pretty much just, you know, it's just bone stock, because I can add whatever I want. I know what's been done to it and whatnot, and I've done a fair amount of work to these cars and engines before, so we should not have a problem, hopefully, as long as the engine and everything is running well and running good. I haven't really had a chance to really drive it. I mean, I've been able to hear it run, been able to kind of hear it move up and down the street, things like that, but obviously I've never driven it, you know, long term before, so I'm hoping that everything is good with it, which it should be, being stock and having really low miles on it. So, but everything is there, you guys, and look at it overall. I mean, it's really clean. Look at the firewall. Still the same color of the car, no rust anywhere. The fenders, the inner fender wells are plastic on these cars, but you can see how clean they are. I mean, even some of the metal brackets, like these are metal here, those would be, you know, rusted, or at least surface rusted over time. Even the A-arms, look at the A-arms. I mean, obviously they have some surface rust on them, but that is not bad at all. Look, you guys, not bad at all. So I'm really excited about this car. Super clean overall, and you guys know me, I'll get this thing dialed in. So more in depth on this a little bit later on, but I gotta go ahead and get going. I actually have to get this engine on a pallet, which I have over here, so I got to get all this done and get it prepped and ready to be shipped. So but anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off, but I wanted to show you the car. Oh man, I am really excited about this, y'all. Really excited. I'm so happy to get a Gbody back in my fleet. And whew, man, A body, B body, Gbody, yeah buddy. So, but anyways, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, y'all. My name is Mr. Griffin 23. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Deuces. Peace out.